Second. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the program. We're putting things together. I want to be sure whether everything is okay. If you are hearing me loud and clear, just wave your hand. Are you hearing me loud and clear? Okay, thank you very much. In about 5 to 10 minutes time, we'll start the program. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. We do things together. We get to know that everything is okay. So if you are hearing me loud and clear, just wave your hand. But I think they heard everything.
Yeah. We also join as participants, so we can.
Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. It's exactly 4 p.m., so we are starting. My name is Emmanuel Pokusa Kodie, the school administrator. And I'm here with my team to take you through a number of issues that you are supposed to know. It's actually an annual ritual for us to meet students and explain some of the things they have to go through, what they have to do, so that they'll be able to navigate through their studies easily. By way of introduction, I want to say that we have 6 departments in the University of Ghana Business School, and we have heads of department, and I want to introduce the heads of department to you. The Department of Finance is headed by Dr. Charles Andor. Department of Organization and Human Resource Management is headed by Professor Kwesi Amponsah-Tewia. We also have the Department of Accounting that is headed by Dr. Samuel Nanayao Simpson. We have Department of Marketing and Entrepreneurship headed by Professor Robert Ebohinson. We have Department of Operations and Management Information Systems headed by Dr. Anthony Afodazi, and Department of Public Administration and Health Service Management headed by Professor Kwame Asamoah. At the administration side, we have the Assistant Registrar, Ms. Selena Saka, is also with us here. We have the accountant, Mrs. Esther Eunice Meshan. And then last but not the least, we have the Dean, Professor Justice Baweli. Professor Justice Baweli is here with us and is ready to give us the welcome address. Prof, over to you.
Give me the something. This is sorry. Okay, thank you. School administrator, colleagues, heads of departments, administrators, our very cherished students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's so exciting to meet all of you, albeit virtually. I wish to welcome all of you to the University of Ghana, and especially to the University of Ghana Business School. The University of Ghana Business School is a premier business school, and let me celebrate you and congratulate you for gaining admission into the business school. As we talk now, there are a significant number of students who tried to enter but were unable. And so for those of us who have successfully been admitted and are looking up to the experience here in the business school, I want to say a big congratulations to you. As a school, our vision is to become a world-class business school, developing global leaders. As our mission, we are focusing on developing quality human resource capacity and leaders through the provision of world-class business and management education and cutting-edge research to meet national and global development needs. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that a couple of you would have been students of alumni of the University of Ghana Business School. In other words, you probably studied here for your bachelor's degree. But if not, then this is one of the rituals that I do. I welcome in a special way all of the rest of you who studied in the other universities, especially those that are near the sea and those that are in the forest in Kumasi. But for us on the hill of knowledge, we are very proud. And for those of you who haven't studied here yet, we welcome you to this exciting experience. As a business school, we pride ourselves as leaders in thought leadership and in management education. And we have a strategic plan which draws from the university's strategic plan and our College of Humanities strategic plan. Our 5-year strategic plan actually ends next year. And the strategic plan has 7 priority areas of focus, which for us should be the basis of every business school. Our pillars over that period of 5 years, which ends next year, as I said, include creating an excellent environment for teaching and learning. Pillar number 2, we want to create an environment that promotes cutting-edge research, which is relevant to policy and national development. Our pillar number 3 is to become an internationally visible and relevant business school and attaining a Triple Crown accreditation. Now, Triple Crown accreditation is the standard of measure for quality of business schools. And there are 3 of those accrediting bodies. And I'm happy to announce to you that your business school is a member of all of these and are in the processes of getting accredited for our programs. Number 4, we want to be able to create a homogenized UGBS brand that proactively responds to both internal and our external stakeholder expectations. And because of that, I want to urge all of you not to accept anything but quality from us. We want to be able to boost our internally generated resources that help us also to be able to leverage on providing quality education for our students. Number 6, we want to be able to develop appropriate and relevant infrastructure that befits the stature of the University of Ghana Business School and create and reposition it as a trailblazer of business education in Africa. Last but not the least, we have as our strategic trust developing and retaining and maintaining high quality faculty and staff who are capable of training you to become the global leaders that we want you to be. Let me say that in the past academic year, we successfully got 12 of our colleagues promoted to professor and associate professor levels, a feat that has never happened in this university or any university for that matter in the world. And so we are extremely proud of our heritage. We are proud of our quality. We are proud of our students. And we want to be able to instill this kind of pride in you as our very cherished students. The University of Ghana Business School is a member of reputable international networks of business schools, including the Association of Collegiate of Schools of Business, what is known as AACSB, a global network of advanced management, and the African Association of Business Schools. Now, what does this mean for our students? These associations provide us platforms. For example, the Global Network of Advanced Management is an association of 32 world-class business schools that are spread across 30 countries. And our students have the opportunity to travel to any of these business schools if they can so afford. And if for those who cannot afford to travel, would have the opportunity to participate in programs in these 32 world-class business schools across the world. I'm excited to say that every year we are able to send up to 70 students to the North America and a similar number to Europe and the UK on study tours, which our students have now grown to love so much. So, cherished students, whilst you spend your cash, make sure you save some good dollars to be able to participate in these important trips that we usually take our students on. The University of Ghana Business School has experienced faculty who are committed to undertaking policy relevant research and consulting. And I'm sure that you, in the next couple of days, you will be experiencing what I am talking about. I want to urge you to challenge my faculty. I have absolute confidence in their capabilities, but I want you to squeeze the best out of them by being excellent students. In other words, I would expect you to come to class prepared, having read your material, having done a little bit background of the topics that are to be discussed, and to be able to contribute to the conversations that will be on the floor. For top business schools, what informs their teaching and extension work is cutting-edge research. And I'm happy to inform you, like I said, that in the past 6 years or so, we have grown both in terms of quantity and quality of our research. And this has put the business school as one of the brightest business schools on the continent of Africa. Let me report to you refreshingly that when we received a team of 3 renowned professors who came to take us through the mentoring process of accreditation, their report remarked, we have been everywhere on the African continent. We have not seen this quality of faculty who also are heavily loaded in teaching, unquote. In other words, even though our faculty are so heavily loaded in terms of teaching, their productivity on research is extremely high. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to not only invite you to be the good students that you want to be, but I also crave your indulgence to invite my faculty to conduct research and consultancy for your organizations that you lead. We want to use you as the contact to try and influence what happens in industry and in governance. And so having found you here and knowing that many of you are top of your organizations, we expect to get some very fruitful collaborations between our school and your workplaces. In the business school, we believe in making the lecture room a special place where even though learning will be intense, there would also be interactive engagement amongst students and between students and our faculty. Again, I wish to congratulate all of you for getting admission to the UGBS. I believe that you made the best decision of your life and you will never regret this experience. I can see Nuruddin already has his hands up to ask questions. Nuruddin, is that the case? This is what I would expect you to do. So please squeeze my lecturers in the lecture room for me. I also want to urge you to thoroughly exhaust the resources that will be at your disposal. Strike cordial relationships with, as well as make time to see your lecturers within reasonable time hours. Of course, COVID has created a barrier, but this should never be a barrier for us to create some very productive engagement with our faculty members. I know that you guys are not novices. You possess considerable experience, and my charge to you is to put those experiences at the disposal of each of you and make sure that you learn from each other, make sure that you work together, build good bonds, and let those bonds and memories live several years hereafter. The University of Ghana Business School has a strong alumni association, and for those of you who are not already our alumni, I want to invite you to already look up to becoming members of our alumni association. I will leave you at this, but let me, just because you are at work and perhaps you have a lot of friends there, I want to tell you that the business school has consistently improved our quality by improving our program offerings. In the past couple of years, 2-3 years, we have added MSc Accounting and Finance, MSc Financial Risk Management, MSc Marketing Strategy, MSc Clinical Leadership and Management, MSc International Business, and MSc Tourism and Hospitality Management. In fact, as I speak to you, there are at least 10 new programs that are coming up. So those of you who are not tired of studies, once you finish this, I want to invite you to come again and again and again. In my language, we call it makagrini. Makagrini means you eat and you come back again for another one, and you come back again for another one. So I want to invite you to come. We have new programs that are currently ongoing: health policy and management, monitoring and evaluation, development policy and management, NGOs and management, procurement and supply chain, public sector management, logistics and operations, and business analytics. So a huge bouquet of courses are coming up, and I want you to not only consider coming for another degree, but be the ambassadors of our school. And one good way of doing that, ladies and gentlemen, is to make sure that you rub your education in the face of those who have decided not to go to school. So in the workplace, begin to use big words that, begin to use big words, talk big, use your course, let the course enter you, speak it in the workplace. And if anybody was bothered to ask you what that meant, what you said meant, tell them you to go to Legon and go to business school and go and learn. So that way you can bring us a lot more of your colleagues so we can impact them just as we're going to do to you. I encourage you to make good use of the facilities here in the school. We have a good library, and the librarian will be talking to you at some point. We have good computer systems. We just, on Wednesday, we are going to be commissioning a brand new computer lab, and you can pass by if you want to. And we encourage you to strike networks and belong to the societies and associations that are here. For our special program students, those of you who are going to be studying for evening and weekends, don't allow your peculiar circumstance of attending school in the evening and weekend deprive you of the joy of education. Get back to your youthful days, even if you were old, and be a student. The best thing about studentship is to be able to be adventurous and to look for new things and to make new friends and to establish new relationships. And that is what I urge you to do. The business school has just started a process of constructing a new entrepreneurship and innovation hub, which will have a digital innovation component, which will help students who are interested in grooming, starting their business, nurturing the businesses, and getting those businesses rolled out. And I want to invite you, as much as time would allow you, to pass through our innovation and incubation hub and to make sure that you put yourself to the skills of being able to create a business and grow in it. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I know that you love the business school. I want to pledge that the business school loves you too, and we will do the best to make you get the best of experience whilst you are here. If things don't go well, I want to know. Your heads of department are your primary contact in terms of academic support. Your lecturers are available. Every lecturer is available to be also a course advisor, as it were. But there are also program managers and administrators. So if there are things that don't go well, we expect you to give us feedback and hold us to the promise we have made to you so that your experience here will be worthwhile. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the very best in your studies in this great institution of ours. In a year, 2, or whatever, you and I would be able to get back together and say that it was worthwhile being at the University of Ghana Business School. University of Ghana Business School, our motto is service, but we encourage you and urge you to step into excellence so you can provide service. Thank you very much and have a blessed afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dimbawele, for the detailed information. As you are already aware, we were delivering our lectures in person. But this time around, almighty COVID-19 has made it impossible for us to do that. A number of things have changed. And so this orientation is going to take a different form. Most of it is going to be in the form of showing you what to do from outside campus or even when you're around campus. The next person on my list to take you through what you are required to be doing is Dr. Echiampon Owusu. Dr. Echiampon Owusu is the ICT coordinator of the business school. He's also a lecturer. Without much ado, I invite Mr. Dr. Echiampon Owusu to come and deliver his speech.
Thank you very much, School Administrator, and also thank you very much, Dean, for your introductory address. So like the School Administrator said, my name is Dr. Echiampon Owusu, and I'm a lecturer at the Operations and Management Information Systems Department and also the ICT coordinator for the business school. So with this orientation, we are just going to walk you through what the ICT team here, the facilities that we have, and what you can expect from us in terms of the ICT facility that we have. So that doing, I mean, wasting too much time, I'll share my screen and then I'll walk you through some of the facilities that we have. Okay, yeah, so like I said, I've already introduced myself and what we are going to do. So this orientation, this is the outline for it. So first, I'll introduce you to the UGBS ICT team. And then I talk briefly about the infrastructure that we have as a school. And then a colleague of mine will come and continue the systems administration support that you expect from us. And then another one will talk about the network administration support for students. Then we have a general help desk support for students in case you need any assistance when it comes to the usage of ICT in the business school or the university at large. And then we also introduce you to the UG and UGBS website and most of the resources that you can enjoy from these websites. So briefly, I'll talk about the ICT team. So the UGBS ICT team is part of the University of Ghana Computing Service. That's the bigger body that is in charge of ICT of the university. And then it's headed by the ICT coordinator, just like I said earlier on. And we have currently 10 support staff made up of this team that we are talking about. And the team is made up of those who are in charge of systems administration. And then we have those who are also in charge of network administration. We have the webmaster, we have the technicians, and they provide general IT support for faculty, staff, and students. But sometimes when the issues are beyond them, then it's being escalated to our mother, body, that's the University of Ghana Computing Service. So let me talk briefly about the infrastructure that we have in terms of the lecture theaters, our library, and computer laboratories. So what we are showing you is just about those that are for teaching, learning, and research. We have other infrastructure that we are not talking about here. What we are talking about is generally for students, your teaching, learning, and research. So in terms of the lecture halls, we have 42 of them, 42 lecture halls, and all of them are fitted with ultra-modern audiovisual technologies that will, assist you in terms of your learning and research and also for teaching. And all of them are having internet connection. So any of the lecture hall that you find yourself in, there's a Wi-Fi that you can connect your tablets and your laptops and so on and so forth. The library, we have 20 computers that are also for learning and then for research. And over there too, we have internet connection available. So the wired one is for desktop computers and the Wi-Fi one is for students with your personal device, like I said earlier on, your laptops, your tablets, your smartphones, and so on and so forth. So you can walk into a place, there's a desk for you, you just put your laptop or tablet there, you can connect to the Wi-Fi, and then you can do your research. Then we also have the computer lab. So currently we have the ultramodern undergraduate lab that the dean just mentioned that we are going to commission it somewhere next week. And it's made up of 35 all-in-one computers. We also have a place that you can sit if you come out with your own laptops, tablets, smartphones, and so on and so forth, that you can also do your research, your browsing, and so on and so forth. We have another ICT line for postgraduates purposely, and that one is on our new site, and that one can accommodate 120 computers, but that's under refurbishment. But currently, still, you can go there and do your learning. And if you go with your tablet, laptop, or smartphone, you can also go and have internet access, and you can, learn from that ICT line as well. So at this stage, I'll invite my next colleague, Mr. Kwame Entry, to come and take you through the systems administration support for students. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I believe you're doing well. I'm going to take you through our system support that we have here briefly. I don't want to take too much time. I think by being able to log on to this Zoom orientation, I'm sure you're a bit conversant with IT. But then those of you who are not, I'm going to walk you through a few of our systems here to support with your learning here. But then to be able to use most of our systems on campus here, there are a few things that you need to be very conversant with. You need to know your student ID, very important, your student PIN. Okay, student PIN is a 5-digit PIN, which can be found on your admission letter. And if you don't have a copy of your admission letter to get this, I'm sure you can go to the UG website where you can get a copy of your admission letter, or you contact your programs officer to be able to get access to your admission letter, which will have your student ID and then your PIN. Now, you also need to be aware of your student email account. It's a UG mail account, but it's also a Gmail account. Okay, so you need to be aware of it. It's also found on your admission letter. And you also have an initial password on your admission letter, which you can change to your preferred one once you log in for the first time. Continuous students do not need to go through this process. Now, to access most of our systems here, you also need to have made payment of your school fees. And there's a minimum fee that you need to have paid before you can register. Now, I must stress that your email address is very important. You need to activate that email account that is found on your admission letter. I'll take you through a process to be able to do that. But first, let me take you through how you can do your academic registration. Academic registration is done on our MIS web, which you can find a link on the UG website. I'll take you through that. The steps are listed here, but let's do this in a more practical way. And with the kind permission of one of you, by name Michelle, I'm going to use her details to do this live for you to see. So if you could create my indulgence for a few minutes. But I'm sure you all know how to get to the University of Ghana website, which is www.ug.edu.gh. And I also ask that you make yourself acquainted with the UG website. It has a lot of information which will help you. You don't need to always call for help. There's a lot of information here. So quickly, to be able to do academic registration, you go to the UG website, like I said, and at the top here, if you can see on your screen, my mouse pointer is here. So follow the mouse pointer from now. So you go to students up here, and there are a lot of options for you. You don't need to click on the student, just hover the mouse on it, and then this list will come down here. So there's a student portal, there's MIS web, there's email, there's SRC, wireless access. We have listed the procedure you need to go through to be able to get Wi-Fi on campus. Now, so let's do the academic registration quickly. So you click on MIS web like this, which will take you to this page, and you select student if it's not selected. Then you type your student ID. So I have a student ID here that I'm going to use. Okay, you type your student ID, then you type your PIN. You shouldn't share your PIN with anybody. It's for you if you don't want your academic records all over the campus. So once you're logged in, you come here over here to registration. Click on registration, and then you follow the procedure. So you read the rules and regulations, very short, and you go to submit registration. And when you click on submit registration, for those of you who probably have not paid your fees or your fees have not reflected in our system, when you click on submit registration, you see that there's a message that says the institution has not permitted you to use this facility. So in that case, you have to contact your program administrator for them to help you resolve that issue. So once you're on this page, you click on qualification code here, okay? That is your qualification. Then you click on register for this qualification, all right? Which will take you to this page. You make sure your details are what they are supposed to be, your academic year, qualification, the program that you are doing, the semester, and then, yeah. So make sure these pertain to you. From there, you click on save and continue, okay? So this page will bring you to the page where you select the courses that you need to do for the semester. And again, you will get the list of courses that you're supposed to register for the semester from the program's office, whether you're doing weekend, EMBA, or 1 year program. So you select your courses by clicking on these are not her courses, I don't know her courses, but I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. You select the courses, okay, if there are 10 of them, you just select them, but normally they are less than 10, I think about 5 or so. So you select them and then you click on save and continue. So I'm going to select one course so that we can go to the next process. So you click on save and continue, which will bring you to the next page. And then you verify the information here. If everything is correct, all the courses are listed, you click on continue. Okay, after that, you click on accept registration, and then it will take you to a page where you would have to print a copy of this registration for yourself. So that is about it for
academic registration. If you have any question, you can post it on the YouTube comment section and then we will try and address it. You can also send your question on the chat box in Zoom here. So I'm going to log out from here and get back to the presentation. Okay, so that's about it for academic registration. Now, there's Sakai was mentioned earlier on, and we have a Sakai manager here who is going to take you through that into more detail. So I'm going to skip that for now. Okay. But then, as I said, if you have been able to log on to this meeting, then it means you are very conversant with some IT systems. In this COVID era where we are doing learning and teaching online, you are going to make use of Zoom, which is used by UG officially for this year to render academic teaching. Then some lecturers may also choose to use Cisco WebEx or Microsoft Teams. So we will ask that you try as much as possible to go to Google, read about these things. It'll take you a couple of hours to get used to them. Okay, there's also Google Classroom and others. I was going to take you through how to install Zoom, but it's a very simple process. You just go to Google, all right? Those of you, I don't know how you got here, maybe someone helped you, but if you need to do it yourself, you just go to google.com, search for Zoom, and then you can get a link to download Zoom. If you click on Zoom here, all right, download here, you can download Zoom and use it. You have to sign up to get an account, just like you did to get your Facebook account, etc. Okay, so one very important issue is to test your microphone and camera before joining a class. Okay, make sure that your microphone and cameras are working. Okay, and then you try as much as possible to mute your microphone before joining the class so as not to disturb the lectures. And then I've also seen videos on CNN where people were on Zoom and then they were doing other things. Don't be a victim to that. Okay. All right. Now, how to access Wi-Fi on campus? Simply, I think at the beginning I said that you need to know a few things before you can access our IT resources on campus. So your student's ID and PIN are going to be very important to be able to get access to our Wi-Fi on campus. So on your phones and then on your tablets and Wi-Fi laptops, if you come to campus and you need to use our Wi-Fi, if you turn on your Wi-Fi on your phone or your laptop, you see a Wi-Fi name. We call it SSID technically. And you see student as one of the SSIDs that you see when you turn on your Wi-Fi. So once you tap on or you click on student, you just enter your student ID as the username and then the PIN as the password. So again, you need to have paid your fees before you can access this resource. The same with laptops, as I said earlier. So that's about it for a few of our systems we have here. Later on, if you have any problem, you can send us an email or call the program offices and then they'll direct your concerns to us to help you to resolve. Thank you. I'll leave the stage for one of my colleagues to come and continue.
Good evening once again. My name is Constance from Poma Tomfe. I'm with the ICT team. I'm here to walk you through the help desk support for students. I'm sure my colleague has already showed you how to go. That is how to access your Sakai. You visit the link over here. That is sakai.ug.edu.gh, and it requires your student's ID and PIN. For guidance on how to use Sakai, you access the following link that we put down here. That is googledrive.com.drive. Let me go there for you to see what's the practical aspect of it. As you can see, everything that you need to know about Sakai is here, but the Sakai man is here. He will take you through. So basically, I will leave here and continue with the slides. For general IT support, we have hold on. We have a Google form that we have created. Excuse me, I want to get it for you too. Okay, for general IT support for students, we have a form that we have created. But first, I'm sure when you go to our website and you check on our FAQs, I'm sure you find some answers to your question or your complaints. But if you don't, you can kindly send your complaint to this Google form that we have created here. And I and my team are behind backstage, and we will help you resolve your problem. Now, last but not the least that I'll talk about is our ICT lounge, using the ICT lounge. We have an ICT lounge located on the ground floor of the graduate building. Very spacious, that you can come in there and use your own devices. Maybe you have a laptop, tablet, smartphones, etc. And our IT staffs too are readily available there to give you the support you need. And also, we have rules and regulations there, and you please help us by adhering to it to make life easier for us and you. Thank you very much. I will invite one of my colleagues, Gabby, to come and walk you through the UGBS website. Thank you.
All right, so good evening once again. My name is Gabriel Joel Kwenu, and I'm the webmaster for University of Ghana Business School. So today I'm going to take you through our university website and also the website for the UGBS, and show you certain places that if you need any help through your course here, you'll be able to find answers to. Okay, so here we have a link that leads you to the University of Ghana Business School frequently asked questions page. So I want to take you straight to the place, and we can look at certain things that if you have issues, you can find answers to. Okay, so all right. So let's wait a minute for it to load, and then we can continue with the demonstration. So we can see some of you have already raised up your hands, and we have a section where we would accept all your questions and provide answers to them. So kindly bear with us, and let's finish the presentation first. So I'm still waiting for, it's quite a pressure on our system during times like this where there's registration. So there's a lot of traffic on our website. So pardon with us, and this will load in a few minutes so that we can look at it. All right, so here we have it. This takes you to, you can see in the address bar, it says ugbs.ug.edu.gh/FAQs. That's frequently asked questions page. When you come here, if you don't want to go to the stress of scrolling through to find your problem, you can set what you're looking for. Other than that, if you are scrolling also and you find your problem, you can click on one like this. For example, what do I do if my MIS web pin does not come to my student email account? So when you expand this, you see the solution here is contact the IT help desk for support via this link. Okay, so this link actually, I'm sure my colleague took you to this link. So when you click on this link, it takes you to our Google form that we've created. Very simple. It's student issues form. You input your student ID, your student name. These are required information so that we can be able to use to contact you once your problem is resolved. You also have the student email, your phone number, then you choose the problem type, okay? Whether it's an email, a Sakai LMS problem, MIS web problem, registration problem, any other problem that you may have. So you also describe your problem in detail, and if there's any other comment, then you submit, as simple as that, so that we can get back to you. So once again, most of these issues are what we have sat down to realize over the years that students face when they come to school or when they are starting their academics and the problems that they face. So for example, we also have issues with how to access Sakai. So here you can see there's a simple 3-step here, which shows you where you can visit to first get to Sakai. And when I click on this, it takes me to the Sakai LMS. Okay, here it requires your student ID and your PIN for you to log in. So it's all here, and it's that simple. And like I'm stressing on it again, if you look through and you don't find your problem, you should try and fill our students issue form here so that we can get all your problems and try and assess your problems for you. Okay, so again, I'm trying to go back. So now, yes, this thing will load in no time. We have still, okay. Let me just open. All right. So now I want to take you to the main university website and show you some 1 or 2 things that you can also go visit there to assist you in your academic stay here. Let's wait a little while for it to also load, and we can go along with it. Wow. So yes, I've already told you guys we are getting the slow feedback from our server because there's a lot of traffic on it. During times like this and the registration, you would have to bear with us. We are still waiting for it to load. There are certain important things that you need to know. And like my other colleagues said, most of the information that you need are all detailed displayed on our website. We just need some assistance navigating to them. So I just want to brush through some of them so that you'll be able to do them yourself. Yeah, it's not a Wi-Fi issue. Wow. Okay. All right. So all too soon, the website has loaded. Okay. So again, this is the main university website, and if you find yourself here in the university website, there's another way you can get to the UGBS website. So on the university website, you come to the academics tab. You don't need to click it, just hover the mouse over it and go down to colleges. So when you click on colleges, you can scroll down, then you come to the College of Humanities. You can see the business school. So when you click on the business school, it takes you to the business school website. Once again, on the STEM University website, on the homepage at the sidebar, we have some featured links that will assist you in your academic registration. Here you can check your admission status. Down here you can also see the Sakai LMS login button. You can also see steps for online registration. Okay, and you can also access the 2021 academic calendar also here, right? So all this information would help you get to the various systems that we have here and how to help you. Also down on the footer here, you can see the MIS web, which you can find on our website also. It's also here. The student email is also here. Okay.
So the MIS web is where they can go and see their results, their financial.
All right.
Those are the things you should do.
Okay. So at the footer here, you can also find the MIS web, which you will need to log in to our system to access your registration, and you also your course registration. So this is where my colleague actually showed you to be able to register your courses. The student email is what you need to access most of the information in this university. The university will send you most of these things through. The Sakai LMS is what you'll be using throughout your stay in the university here for your courses, all your course materials, what the lecturers will be using to send assignments, and where you will also be uploading assignments, or it's also here at the Sakai LMS. That's what you need. Okay, so now let's go back to our University of Ghana Business School website, please. So here we also have on the sidebar here where you can access the frequently asked questions. So once you log into the UGBS website, you can come to the step. You also have the steps for online course registration here, and also the link to our IT support, form, so that you can click on this and to take you back to the same Google form that we have, so that you can submit your issues. All right.
You tell them that here all the departments are there, all faculties are there, so you can see your department, the program that are run.
Oh, okay.
Faculty that are teaching you. So those are what they need.
All right. So let me also add to this that when it comes to our UGBS website, so go to the department tab and find all the department we have in the business school, the accounting department, the finance department, marketing and entrepreneurship department, department of organization and human resource management, the department of operations and management information systems, the public administration and health management service. Okay, so when you also come to the programs tab, that is where you get to see all the programs that we run in the business school. We have from the EMBA programs, the MA programs, MBA and MPA programs, the MPhil, MSc, and PhD programs. So down also here, okay, so this is faculty. Research, under research, we have a lot of publications, doctoral research, seminar series. We also have the UGBS journal. All these things you can click to access research that the school has done.
Let me demonstrate one faculty and say, for instance, if you want information about the other faculty, you mention his name, the works he has done, and everything.
Okay.
Show them.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So again, in the university page, we have also the UGBS library, where the librarian is here, would come and show us into details all the things that you need, all the things that you can have access to when you go to the UGBS library. And also on the students tab, we have the Students Association that you can also click to have access to what is there. And we also have an alumni session where I'm sure after you are done with your courses, and if you also want to see previous alumni and what they've been up to, you also get to see it under alumni tab. So now, yes, so that is about it. These are all the things that you need to know when it comes to your academic registration and the start of your course here in the business school. So I would now invite the librarian to come and take over and take us into detail what we can get access to in the UGBS library. All right.
Well done. Well done.
All right, good evening, and welcome to the University of Ghana Business School. My name is David Ojiawo, and the school librarian. The library, the structure of the library with its resources, including the human resources, aim at equipping you to be able to fish out for information on your own and to get quality information. So this is just going to be kind of a brief an introduction. We'll have much more time. We'll liaise with various HODs, and in some cases, the president of a class or that sort of thing. We can organize and then take you into details of how to get information. We want you to know how to get good information, quality information, peer-reviewed information, in such a way that when you move out from here, you can use that for reports and all kind of information that you need. So the library have two offices. We have one for the undergrads, but still we also have some information useful or text useful for graduate program. And then we have the graduate section, which is at the Tulu Library. When you go to the UGBS site, you see UGBS Library. And when you click on it, you're going to get all the information you need in terms of the library, the opening hours, what we do, and what you can do in the library, what you cannot do. And then we also would like to take you through the ethics of writing. For instance, we will, at a point in time, equip you on how you can check against plagiarism, your own work. Some time back, you have to let somebody check for you. This time, you can check. As you write along, you can check against plagiarism. We're going to take you through that. We're also going to help you to be able to download some reference softwares. For instance, if you want EndNote or you want Mendeley, we will help you to do that. The EndNote, you have to go to the band library, but with the Mendeley, you can get that one on your own, or we can teach you how to do that, so that you can get referencing very easy. There are instances where there's one particular journal, a particular title of an article where we have about 500 authors for a particular title. In that case, assuming you want to type all, see the wahala that you go through. So you can use a simple Mendeley to do all those things. We will equip you with that. And then how to make a search. You can sort of try to make a search and you get about 64,000 hits. I'm wondering if you are even the chief wizard. I don't know how you can go through 62,000 publications before you can get whatever you want. The same information you need, you can get such a way that you make maybe about 500 hits. Depending on that, you can even slash it down against age or some other means. So we'll take you through that, help you on how to make basic and advanced searches so that at midnight, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 1 a.m., you can wake up and do your own research without calling anyone, because when you call, no one will answer. So we try to equip you. All that we need from you is for you to make yourself available so that, like the French say, the Chinese say, you know how to fish yourself at any point in time, because the stream is around the corner of your house. You can wake up anytime and then fish. So that is what the library will be doing as much. In terms of text, then you look at libraries, various libraries, business school library, economics library, BAM library. But when we come to electronic or online resources, then we are not talking of any particular library. You can be at Wale Wale, you can be outside China and access our e-databases through a simple means, which at least we want to go through that. So I will take you through that from my screen for you to know how you can register for what we say, or we call off-campus. So you can get off-campus access. Most of these journals have been subsidized for us. So for you to access it, the system have to recognize you as a student of the university. And so again, let me stress the university email. You need to keep your university email. Apart from some few databases where if you want to create some reminder or you want to get more information, you need a Google account. The university, all other things that you'll be doing here, getting your Sakai, getting through your searching through and making sure that you check against plagiarism, all those issues will come with your university ID card. So if you click on the arrow down there, you find out off-campus access. Off-campus access, as you can see on the screen. You click on the off-campus access, and then it takes you to this new authentication procedures. So you find out, click here to register, and then you have click here to log on. We are going through the registration process. Please take notes. So you have a barcode. The barcode is made of your student's ID number, your student ID number, your date of birth, the month in which you are born, the 3 alphabets of the month in which you are born, and then your year in full. So as you can see on the screen, let's say your index number is 10040506, and then you are 18th September, it will be 18, then SEP, and then 1924. If it is 9th September, it will be 09, or if it is 1st January, 01, 14th January will be 14, and then January will be JAN, August AUG, June JUN, and then you have your full day, the year, which is 1924, 1965, what have you. After you put on the barcode, please don't enter your password, submit. As you can see, just after the barcode, submit. When you submit, another box will pop up for you to put up your password. Then you can finally submit. So once you do that, then you can go back and then this time log on. And when you want to log in, you use your barcode and your ID or the password that you provided. So wherever you find yourself at home, once you have logged in, you can access all the University of Ghana databases and then make your searches. You can make your searches, you can download them, some are free. You can, when you are making the searches, you find out the free journals, those that you can download, and then you can keep them and use them. But like I said, this is just to introduce you who actually meet, know how you can make searches, advanced searches. If you want to use Google, a lot of things are, let me put it in quotes, trash. But still, you can use Google Advanced and get very good peer review articles. That also comes with a techniques. So we're going to show you how you can use Google and get good articles from Google Advanced. And then we'll also prescribe ideally that you should use Scholar. Google Scholar will give you a lot of peer-reviewed, and then the databases that we subscribe and some other review work. We'll take you through that and how you can use the Boolean operators to get good results out of your searches so that your work will come out as a good work. So we'll take you through that at another time. Like I said, we'll organize and then take you to the various stages. But for now, the library is open. In terms of facility, you can, we have good reading place. We have places that you can do. You can kind of come around with some of your peers and come and do some group discussion. And we want to emphasize that discussion is purely academic work. We don't want you to come and discuss UEFA matches and boxing and all kind of things there. Once you are there, it is purely about academic work. We also entreat you not to come and eat in the library. Don't come and make noise. Don't come and receive calls there. Your phones must be on silence. And then I also emphasize every time that please, when you're coming to the library, try and wear something that will not make noise. If you make noise, you disturb your colleagues. And if you make noise today, tomorrow somebody will also wear the Christmas shoes and come and disturb you. So for the good of all of us, let's wear something very nicely. I mean, something weird kind of thing. That when we are coming, we come like they say, you're wearing kambu and nobody hears that you're coming. So that we make the library a library place. Let us don't come and eat there. We don't eat in the library. And we are, the staff and myself are very friendly. We are, if you don't come, at the end of the month, we'll be paid. And you know what it means. So please come. We want you to come so that we can work together. And then what we're supposed to give you, we will give you so that we can work together. There are a lot of information there. In fact, we can say that, I can say that the web now is overloaded with information. But then the techniques to kind of get the best out of it is what we want to impart on you and want you to equip you, want you to hold that power with you so that you don't always come. If you come to me and they say, oh, please, I have this, this is my topic. Can you get on this? I won't do that. There's no way I'll do that. But if you want to engage me for 2 hours, 3 hours, teaching you the techniques for you to be able to retain information, I will do. I will even spend the whole night teaching you. That's what I will do. But for me to kind of, oh, please, can you get some? No, we don't do that there. We want to equip you, not only for your examination, we want you to, as if you move along, you can get on well. So please, I will end up here. We'll link up. You can send us mail if you have any peculiar problem, ugps@ug.edu.gh. When you go to the site, you find my email address there. If you have any issue, we are always available. Once it is purely academic work, we are in for you. Thank you very much, and enjoy your stay.
Thank you, David. And it's now the turn of Mr. Yusuf Amadou to take us through Sakai tutorials for students. Yusuf, you are welcome.
Good evening, ladies. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yusuf Amadou. You can call me Elijah, that's my common name. I'm here to take you through how to use Sakai as a student. And we have heard of Sakai. Sakai is a learning management system used for teaching and learning. And once we are online or fully online now, that's the mode of application you are going to use for your learning on this campus. That's where faculty are going to upload course materials, set up assignments, and discussion, both synchronous and asynchronous, on Sakai. So I'm going to take you through how to log in Sakai and how to access information on Sakai. Most of the presenters will talk about how to log in Sakai. You just need your student ID. Just open any browser, either Mozilla or Google Chrome and so on and so forth. Then once it's open, just type sakai.ug.edu.gh. You can get Sakai from UGBS website or University of Ghana website. Once the home opens, look on the top right corner of your page where we have student ID or staff ID. You just enter your student ID. I'm going to log in as staff, but I'll change my role to student because I'm an administrator. You cannot do that. You can only be in as student. So enter your ID and your PIN. And I know that once you're a student, you're already on Sakai. But you have to register first. If you don't register, you cannot have access to Sakai. So after you have registered, you go and log in Sakai. After log in Sakai, this is the home page for Sakai. The top left corner of the page, you see home. Home talks about the user. So as a student, you can see your profile information there. You can see all the courses you have registered. You can even see my picture here. Under membership, these are all the courses you have registered. You can see them there. If you see any wrong course that you're not a member of, you can check the course and say unjoin selected. But please, before you unjoin any course, make sure you are sure, as you'll be in trouble. Unless you come and look for me, maybe I might not be around, you'll be in trouble. Then you can also change your password. Please, the PIN we have given to you is the one you are using on your MIS and Sakai. If you change the MIS PIN, it doesn't mean that you go to Sakai. You have to go and change it from Sakai. Or you want to maintain the one you are using on Sakai. So for example, if you want to change your password or PIN on Sakai, you go to account, then say modify details. Sakai accepts alphabets and numbers, unlike ITS or the MIS, which has own numbers. So you can change your password by entering your old password, then enter a new one here and repeat it. When you are done, just say update details. It means you have changed your password on Sakai. And as I said, unlike the MIS, which accepts only numbers, Sakai can use even your email password on Sakai. But it's something that you will never forget. Okay. That's how to change your password. More so, if your name is spelled wrong or email address is wrong, this is where you can change it. If you don't have your email address on Sakai, it means you cannot use turn it in. You cannot check your way through turn it in. So anytime you use Sakai, make sure you check your email address and it's correct. The one you guys has given to you is correct. Else, when you take your document, you don't receive any report. Thank you. Now the next one is course site. Course site. Every course has a course code. We use the same thing on Sakai. So once you register for any course, when you go to Sakai, you see your course site or course code on Sakai. To look for your course site, top right corner of your page, you see your name written there. Beside your name, you see sites. So you click on sites. I'm looking for a course called SAG UGBS. As soon as I start typing, it will pop up. But for Sakai, normally you use the actual course codes like UGBS 406 or UGBS 605 and so on and so forth. Then you see session 2. Some courses can be in session. Then you see S1 or S2. S1 means first semester, S2 means second semester. Sometimes you see something like 30, which is evening class, evening school. You see like 4, which is what? City campus. When you see 1, it means the main campus. You have different numbers for different campuses. That's what you have to look at. So if you are going to a wrong course, check the course code before what you take part in the activities of the course. So I'm going to my course site, just click on it, then you are there. So now I'm going to be in as student. Now, any course site should have the course information of the course. So now you see the course code, the course title, the semester, even a link to the course site, the name of the instructor, introduction of the course. Sometimes it can be on the home page. What you expect from the course is there. Then on your left side are the tools that you are going to use. The first is overview. That's where you can watch or displays the course information and the lecturer or the instructor's information. The next one is syllabus. Your course syllabus will be displayed here and you can download. So this is the syllabus for this course. When you click, it will give you opportunity to download this syllabus. Then you can go through to see what you are supposed to do in the semester. The next one is calendar. It depends on the faculty or the lecturer. Most people don't use calendar. Or someone like me, if you come to my class, the calendar is some of the things that I use most of the time. To tell you what we do at any point in time. Then we have announcement. Any announcement from Sakai, you see it here. Normally, it's sent through your email. So as one of the presenters said, please make sure your UG email is active, very, very active. Now we are all online students. So without your email, you'll be part of the falling behind. So make sure your email is active. You check it maybe 4 times in a day. Thank you very much. So announcement, you just click on it, then you see the content of announcement. The next one is resources. This is where faculty or lecturers upload course materials. As you can see what I've done here, I have articles, so all the articles on this one can be found here. I have lecture presentations, I have videos, I have the course outline, and so on and so forth. So if your faculty or the lecturer is supposed to do something like this, all the lecture presentation can be found here. When you click, you find them here. And I know most of them are going to give you even all the presentations for the semester. So you can just go and download. When you click automatically, to start downloading. So you can go through your lecture even before you go to the class. Then we have articles here that you can open. I have introduction to Sakai, then virtual guide and so on and so forth. These are the things I've loaded on my course site. So as a student, when you go there, this one you have to download and read it for your course. This is syllabus, resources. So to find your course materials, go to resources. Resources. The next one is forum. Forum is one of the assessment tools. Assessment tools. When the forum is set up, you attend to the forum and you'll be graded, be given marks. So now I have forum 2. I have another question here, the general discussion. So when I click on forum 2, COVID-19 is deadly disease, discuss. That's the question. And some faculty member will give you detailed information of what you expect from this forum. Maybe you're supposed type not less than 500 words from multiple readings and so on and so forth. Each post will give you 10 marks and so on and so forth. It will be part of your description of the forum. So please, anytime you go to forum, because it's assessment, check what is there, then do the right thing to get the required marks. So once you click on the forum title, for you to post to the forum, look up here, you see start new conversation, then click on it. You have to type your own title from the forum question or the forum topic. You type your title here, you can say COVID-19 as your title. Then you start typing what you think about this here, or you can type it in Microsoft Word, you copy and paste. Please, after you have posted yours, you have to comment on your mates or colleagues posting to get more marks. But 2 or 3 or 4 words will not give you any marks. Like I agree with what you have said. You have said nothing. Or I don't agree with what you have said nothing. You should tell us why you agree or you disagree with the person, right? This will give you more marks. And you can even quote what the person has said that you agree or disagree, or quote from different sources. That will give you more marks. The next one is assignment. You don't have much time. When I'm done, you can ask questions during the question time. Assignment is something that you are going to do most of the time. And then the final examination is going to be an assignment. So when you go to assignment, you see the assignment title, you click on it as student. Then you see the instruction of the assignment here. Some of them will even give you what? A document to download, read, and what? You submit the assignment. And the simple instruction is what is Sakai? So you tell about Sakai after you have typed it in Microsoft Word or in any other application. You go to choose file, then locate where you have saved this document, pick the file, then you say open. Then you submit. Now, some of the faculty can give you more than one option to submit your work. For example, if it's maybe thesis or 10 people, the faculty or the supervisor can say you have 4 options to submit your work. Because the first one, you go through, turn it in, you check, do the corrections, and resubmit. So the final one, after you have submitted, you cannot do submission again. So anytime you go to any assignment page, check number of submissions. If it's 1, it means you do the correct one before submit. Else, after you have clicked on submit, I always say that what? Think before you click the mouse button. If you don't think and click the mouse button, that is the end of you. Thank you very much. The next one is tests and quizzes. If you are going to do tests on Sakai, you go to tests and quizzes. And that one, when you click, sometimes you see the instruction of the test up here. Then we have title of the test. You just click on it. Most of the time, you put password on the test. But if it's open one, you can just do it. But this one is a password. Then be given the password to log in. This one, the password is wrong. I have to try again. So you should check if it's what? Case sensitive before what you enter the password. Now I'm in now. So the first one is what? What color is violet? I can say blue. If it's the correct answer, yeah, I don't know. Then we say next. Next question, which of the writers below were American citizens of so and so? I can say this one, I can choose more than one. When we see checkbox like this, we can check more than one. So I can say A and what? C. And say next. The next one is short essay. This one we have to type. Explain the purpose of education. So you can type this one, then we'll submit. This one, the lecturer has to mark it. This is automatic part marking. That's why I have typed. You scroll down, say next. This is true or false. So this is one of the type of what questions. So I can say yes or no. So true or false. Then submit for grading. Sakai will ask you, are you sure you want to submit this work for grading? If you are sure, you can say what? Yes. Then you say continue. Sometimes, as soon as you click on continue and click on feedback, you see your scores. As if the lecturer has what? Give you permission to see your scores, you see it there. Or else go to what? Gradebook to see your scores in the gradebook. All the assessment you do on Sakai, you see your scores in the gradebook. Other forum, tests, or assignment, you see your scores in the gradebook, right? So after each submission, once the lecturer notifies you that your assignment is graded, go to the gradebook to see your grade. We have meetings here, which we don't normally use. It's just like Zoom or Google Meeting. We have one called Sakai Meeting that we normally use, but because of the size of our students, we have stopped using it. Then we have chat room. It's live chat. You can use this one for discussion. Either your lecturer or the student can discuss something about the course here. This is not the WhatsApp one. This is what? For educational purpose. You don't type anything here. whatever you type here is for the purpose of the course. This is what I'm going to say. How are you, my friend? You didn't come to class today. Please, it's for the course. When you come to my class, I set up rules in the chat room. And you can have different chat rooms for each topic that we discuss as a chat room. Now, if you want to discuss your personal things, you can go to Commons, just like the Facebook page. And for Commons, once the permission is set, you can what? Even add pictures, videos, and so on and so forth here. But for the chat room, it's basically for academic purposes. So please, when you go to chat room, don't type anything there, just like that. If you want to discuss your personal things, go to the Commons. If you want to communicate with your supervisor or your lecturer, go to email. This is what students can also send something to the co-mate or your mate or your supervisor or your TA. You just go to rows. If you're supervisor, click on instructor. If there's more than one person, click on the instructor link. You see their names there. Just click on instructor. Then you type whatever you want to type it here. Then type the content of your mail. Then you can what? Submit. If you are sending to your group members, click on groups. You see your groups here. If you are a leader of group 1, you want to communicate to your group members, check group 1. Then you can type the title, type the content, then what? You submit. That is email. So you can send an email to your mate or your supervisor or your TA on the course. Just go to the rows and check the person you want to send to. Then you can what? Send it. The last one I'm going to talk about is site info. Site info. As a student, the only thing you can do here is to join a group. Join a group. Most of your lectures are going to divide you into groups and give you activities. So if you are told that you are in groups and to join a group, you go to groups you can join. Now we have 4 groups here. These are joinable groups. So on your right side, click on join. So you become part of the group. After you have joined, you can click on groups again. Then you can see membership. Then you see the members of your group here. Now I'm the only member here. So once you have joined your group, you can go to members to see your group members. Then you can look for them. And as I said, the only thing you can do under site info is to join a group as a student. So when you click on site info, go to groups you can join. Then what? You can have already joined a group, but they can also unjoin. If you join a wrong group, you can unjoin the group and look for the correct one. Also, you have unjoined, you can go to join group again. Then you can join the one which you are supposed to be part of. Then finally, if you want to learn everything about Sakai, go to help. Just like what one of the presenters told you about it is what Dropbox or Google Classroom, Google Docs, right? You can go and read about Sakai. You can also get it from here. Go to help, go to user guide. Everything you need to know is here. You have the assignment, announcement, everything is here. On this note, I'll end here. So during the question time, you can ask me a question, then you get your response. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuf Amadou, for guiding us through the Sakai tutorials for students. It's now question time, and we will enable you to be able to ask questions. If you are not enabled, you cannot ask the question. So you raise your hand, and then we identify you. And before you speak, we expect you to mention your name and your course. Okay, so Eleanor Badon. Nuruddin Hussein, yes.
Yes.
Nuruddin Hussein.
Yes, good evening. Good evening, can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you. Come.
Yes, I am Nuruddin Hussein, MPhil Marketing Regular. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yes, my question is, I joined a bit late, but my question is on the mode of lecture. Is it going to be online or we are going to do in-person lectures? That is my question.
This one I answered. It's largely online unless there's a special case for it, and that is normally through your lecturer. If your lecturer thinks there's a need, you make the necessary arrangement to have it done in person.
Okay. Yeah. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Eleanor, you can now speak.
Hello, good afternoon. Mine is not actually a question. It's about this registration. We've made the payment all right, but when you try to register, the I-enabler says the institution has not, you've not been permitted to access this, as in you cannot do the registration. We've been asked to send our details and try again in 48 hours. Still, we are not able to register.
Yeah, so that will be done. I mean, we'll contact you since we have your details. We'll contact you very soon and let you know if it is done. It normally takes time, so we are working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, do you mean you contact each of us individually?
Yes, we may send. It's not everybody who has a problem, but we can even send a bulk message to all of you who have problems. All of that can also be done.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Xavier Afram. You can speak now. Xavier, ask your question.
Do you want to die in audio? Yes, but the audio is not going to play with.
Hello.
Okay, let's move on to Prince Dako. Prince Dako, you can ask your question. Prince Dako, you can ask your question.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, my question is the same thing the lady asked, the second lady. We made a payment since July and it's reflected. We were giving the feedback, but during the registration, the same message pops up. So I wanted to find out maybe the duration for the registration so that we know we are not late yet.
The registration ends February.
February,
so
okay.
It is good you've informed us. We'll be working on it and we'll get back to you.
Okay. Thank you very much. But when is lectures beginning?
Lectures are the 18th. I think it's 18th Monday. Monday 18th. Monday 18th.
Okay, so we need to be able to register before we can join in anything. So
yes, we will make sure that it's done. But even if they're not able, we know how to navigate that through that.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. P, ask your question.
Yeah, P, go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Good evening. Good evening. Fine. Okay, please, my question has to do with the registration, but my other colleagues have already asked. And then with the class resuming, you said 18th, and then I want to be sure if it is 18th January or February, because registration ends in February, and some of us have not been able to do it, even though we paid our fees. So we just want to be sure. And then since we the registration, we've not been able to do that. It will be very difficult for us to access the Sakai and other websites that you've showed us today. So how are we going to prove that the lecture should begin?
All right, thanks very much. Let me just calm all of you down. What we experience usually during this period is that you have a number of students who, for the purposes of synchronizing their financial records with student data information, sometimes you get this feedback occurring that you haven't been enabled. So we are aware of some of these, and we often work at resolving them before students' lecture starts. Now, this is what happens. Sakai enables each lecturer to add a student who is not even registered. Sakai enables a lecturer to add students who is not registered so they can still access their material. But I'm sure that by the time that you get to that point, your registration issue would have been sorted. Let me encourage all of you who have problems or who have had problems of registering to immediately use the Google Forms that have been indicated, and then you can send it. We're going to make sure that the team that is working on that works closely with you to resolve the problems before lectures start on Monday. Lectures are starting on Monday, 18th of January. Registration ends on the 5th of February. Students can join lectures even if they have not registered. And this is why, because our lectures for our graduate programs is going to be by Zoom. And can you kindly mute yourself if you are not speaking, please? Kindly mute yourself if you are not speaking. Otherwise, you mute everybody. Now, so what it means is that you can join your lectures before your registration even completes. So don't stay away if you haven't been able to register and the problem is still getting sorted. Join your lectures on Zoom, and you can send your lecturer your index number, and they can enroll you on Sakai so you can have access to the material. You will notice that Sakai is an independent learning management system. So most lecturers, like I do, would upload all our material, including the course outline, the slides, and all of those things there, including some videos that we may think that are necessary for you. But the lectures themselves are on Zoom. And so you will be able to join your Zoom lectures, get access to your material, and until you are completely registered. So if you haven't registered yet because you're getting some challenges, don't be too agitated about it. All of these will be sorted out. We have done this before during this sandwich. It was all online, just like we are doing now. There were a few who had those problems. The system is managed by the university, and we have the biggest number of graduate students. So we work around the clock to try and resolve all the problems before it is too late. So don't get too agitated. Just let us know that you haven't been able to do that, and then we will solve the problem. Keep trying intermittently. If you try today, it doesn't work. Sometimes the system itself irons or evens itself up, and then, but otherwise send us that complaint, and then we will work on resolving it with you. Thank you very much. Let me just also say that for all of the year groups and the various courses, there are WhatsApp platforms that have been created. Now, if you are not on your class WhatsApp group, you should contact the program manager of your program. And the program manager would usually enroll you, or if you know anybody in the class, they will enroll you onto the WhatsApp platform. And the WhatsApp platform is so important now because a couple of you have still not activated your email addresses yet. And so you will need to be able to find the Zoom links that are going to be used for the lectures so that you can join the lectures. The timetables are going to be on the website. Gabby took time to take you through the website. There are links there that connect you to the timetables that you will need to use, so you can see what times, which lecture is coming, and all of those pieces of information. Thank you very much. Nana Chiriwa, are you there? Yes,
Yes,
please go ahead. Yes, please go ahead with your question.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So please, my challenge is that the course registration, getting my admission forms filled online, I had a challenge with my internet. So it appears that I was filling out my first name. After everything, it came out that my first name has been doubled. So the Nana appears twice. So I just wanted to find out how I can go about it so that it doesn't look like it's two different people, or in the near future I'll have a problem with that.
I am happy that you raised this, Nana. The reality is that if you don't correct this, you would have problems graduating. So you will need to contact the School of Graduate Studies, but send a complaint form in the complaint form so that we can have the complaint, and then we would work with you together with the graduate school to resolve the issue. If you don't do that, it will be difficult for you to graduate. Why? Because the name that you have in the system may be different from what you would want to appear on your certificate. And that contradiction can create problems for us, not just you, but for us as well. So it's good that you have done it. Sign us a complaint so that we will ask the IT and the graduate school to help to resolve the problem. If you do, if you have your previous certificates readily available, please, it will be great to have that so that it helps us to resolve the problem. Nana, what's the name? It's not Alice. Yes, Nana Alice. Yes, Nana, go ahead. If Nana is not ready, can we take Stanley? Stanley, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello.
Can you hear me, Stanley?
Yes, we can hear you, Stanley. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. My issue has to do with knowing the exact difference between the MSc Accounting and Finance Access and then the non-access. Now, the initial knowledge I had prior to the beginning of the buying the forms and everything was that we that have the accounting background aren't going to take the access. But then there's a WhatsApp group that has been created, but the group doesn't differentiate whether it's an access group or it's not an access, because it's making me very difficult to know. Hello?
Yes, Stanley. So Stanley, I'm not. Yeah.
So I want to know whether the courses you provided a list of 10 courses that we have to register, and then I'm trying to do the registration right now. But I want to know which courses I should take out because I'm not taking the access, or should I go ahead and register for all the 10 courses? Because I know I'm not taking the accounting.
Okay, so Stanley, let me come back to you. If you can send me a chat, send me a chat on the chat forum with your telephone number and this issue, so that I'll pick it up and let the program give you a call. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
So
please, because I don't have access to the information you are looking at now. So let me get the program coordinator to call you so that they can clarify for you. Okay.
Okay. So I should just send a normal chat with it to you right now.
Yes. Send a chat in this Zoom meeting. I'll copy it now with your telephone number, your name, and then just a brief of the program you are talking about. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, please. Okay. Okay. Basically, you
Hello.
can send it privately to just to me. Next person, Nana Alice, are you here now? Can
Yes,
you
please,
hear
I
us?
am.
Yes, please go ahead with your question.
Okay, so my name is Alice Kumse. I have 3 questions for you. With the students, with our payment, our school fees payment, I've been on the page with the students inquiry. I was trying to find out if I paid as reflected since July, but I don't see anything on the website, on the page. I don't know how they call it, the MIS page or the student enabler page. And secondly, too, you said that we will be joining the lectures. Our lectures will contact us on when the lectures, the kind of lectures we'll have and when we will have it. I'm a bit confused because we don't have even access to our registration to know the course we are doing. And it's just Monday, 3 days away. So how do we get to know what course we have? How do we know when to join and other stuff? And
You
lastly,
can
too,
do it this way.
email.
So yeah, the way I remember best shots.
Lastly, too, it's about the email. I want to find out. I've been trying to access the email with what was stated in the letter. I still can't access it.
You're just like a
Thank you.
Nana, I'm sorry, but your colleagues were making so much noise in the background, so it was difficult to hear. What I heard about was what courses and what times and all of that. Don't worry. Don't forget that university opened only on Monday. So this is a week for all of those pieces of this. So we will send you a lot of information. You are going to be getting a lot of information throughout the weekend and on Monday. For weekend students, you are not in a lecture until next week, Friday. So we still have some time to be able to catch up. For regular students, your lectures start on Monday. But for weekend student, but for executive MBA students, your lecture also start on Monday evening. Yes, and then the weekends as well. So we will get information to you. But Nana, you said your first question, I didn't really get it because there was so much noise. She's been, I think you've muted her already. But I need Nana to, Nana Alice. No, you can go. Okay, Nana, if you can put up your hand again so that I can pick your other questions. I'm sorry. Next person is Obed. Obed, are you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Sure, Obed, go ahead.
Okay, my question really has been asked many times, only that I still don't know how to report my concern first. I am unable to register on the MIS page.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. I've been given a number to call. I don't know whether I should just stick to calling the number probably tomorrow, or there is something I can do before calling the person. I can't register. When I go to ITS enabler, it says I'm not permitted. I can't access my email. Yeah.
All right. My attitude, what is the major issue with you are not enabled? You are not enabled. You are not enabled. You are not. Okay. Okay. So Obed, I am told that the team tells me that when you get that feedback, it means that we still have a reconciliation to be done between the fee payment and the student account system. We would work on that. We will resolve the problem. Okay.
Okay.
We will resolve the problem.
In fact, I followed up and I was giving this feedback, but I don't know. So does it mean I can relax till next Friday because I'm a weekend?
Yes, you can. So listen, we will make sure everything. So just send us the complaint. Send us the complaint and the complaint form, and then it will be resolved. So don't let your heart be troubled. In my father's house, there are many houses. Yes, please. Yeah, so send your name, send us fill the form on the Google form, send it through, and the team they are here with me now, and they are going to be working around the clock to make sure that all of those problems will resolve them. You should get the accounts team to be part of this because they need to be able to resolve these reconciliation issues that are outstanding so that this can be resolved. So Obed, please, Kawakumatu Yenwa, you'll be fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And all of you who have registration problems, just send us the form, fill the form, send it through, and then let's fix it. So if yours is the same as what has been asked already, you can lower your hand and complete the form and send it to us. Thank you. Next person is Kofi Agbo. Kofi Agbo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. But I joined a little late. I wanted to ask if there will be a separate session on how to log into the Turnitin and how to use the Turnitin for research purposes.
Turnitin. Oh, yeah. So Alaji just took you through Sakai and all of that. Alaji, did you talk a little bit about how to use the Turnitin? No. Session. Okay, so I'm told that there's a whole session on the use of Turnitin. So you'll be oriented on how to use the Turnitin. Thank you very much. William, go ahead. Yeah, all right. Okay. William. Open. Oh, yeah.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, Willie. Good evening.
I'm with the MBA Finance Weekend.
Okay.
Mine is with regards to the courses for the semester.
Okay.
We're sent emails with regards to the courses we'll be doing this semester. Later, we had another email saying that we should disregard the previous ones. As of now, we don't know the courses for the semester we'll be having. So when and how are we going to get access to those courses for the registration? Because you just said to Alice that we, the weekend students, wouldn't have lectures till next week, Friday. So we should have a bit of relaxation or something of the sort. So I'm just wondering, when and how are we going to get that? Thank you.
Okay. So when I was a student, I once you log into your system, you get access to only courses that you have to register. But I guess that is not what you see on your system. You see more courses than you actually are supposed to register. Yes. So what I'll ask you, there are two ways of getting that. You get information. I'm not sure who sent the email and why they sent another email saying disregard that information. I'm going to ask the program coordinator to make sure they send you the right information. But I'm sorry that you are getting contradicting information. Typically, that should not be, because courses that are supposed to be done are known. It's not a big issue. One of the things that you can actually do is if you go to the the University of Ghana graduate school website, the university handbook the copy is there. You find your program, you find all the courses that you do in there. But because we are dealing with you as a special group of students, we usually supply all of that information to you. So I would ask the team to make sure that that information is provided to you by the email so you can do the appropriate registration. Thank you very much, Willie. Next one is Gamale. Gamal, go ahead.
Hello, please, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, mine has to do number one with the email. When you try log, I've filled the form on that one already, so I will expect a response from you. For the class session, you also clarify that one, that weekend student Friday, we should expect that. But then the third question is the telephone number of the program coordinator. You said we should contact our program coordinator to get us enrolled on the WhatsApp platform. How do we get the program coordinator's contact number? We don't have that. And number two, yes, I did my undergrad in Legon, but then I remember when I was doing the online application, I used a picture, but then that picture is on the admission letter. But when I log into the MIS web currently, I noticed that the undergrad picture is what is there. How do we correct that too?
So I'm told that that will not change. Your picture and your name, every detail that you provided us is the same, that will continue.
Okay.
So unfortunately, it will mean that we will have your baby face many years ago, you see. But that's how the university tracks the system. And that is why those of you who are ladies who are now married and have decided to change your names, you will need to work with the School of Graduate Studies no, if you are married, they do. If you are married, yes, no, they do. But otherwise, the difficulty is that last year, let me tell you a short story. It was a painful story. A lady entered with a maiden name and then asked to be changed to her married name. It was done, and she got divorced and wanted the name reversed. The university says we won't reverse. So she had to carry the divorced man's name on her certificate. So be careful when you are agitating to change your names. We don't pray for anything to happen, but just make sure that if it's not too much for you, just keep your name. But your picture will remain, your name will remain. The first question about how do you get access to your program coordinators and administrators. I'm actually surprised because they are the people who actually have contact with you. So they have a lot of contact with you. Yes. Okay. So now, okay, wait, Gamel, wait. Let me tell you one more thing. This orientation is actually IT orientation. We have another orientation coming up.
Yeah. Okay.
The IT orientation is just about how to get you to register, to do this. There's a lot more coming in terms of information, the rules, the courses you have to take, and all of those things is on Friday. So please don't miss the Friday orientation, because that is the orientation that will get you into the rules, the do's and the don'ts, and stuff like that.
Okay,
so,
please.
A
final question.
Yes, please.
Is the program going to be strictly online for the 2 years?
Yes. Yes, the program will be strictly online. For this year, the University of Ghana has approved that we run a virtual system. And so, but your exam will be physical. The exam, tomorrow on the Friday orientation, you will get a lot more of this information. It will be virtual lectures, exam will be physical. Your continuous assessment and all forms of assessment will be between 50 and 70 marks. The exam will be only 30. So that's how it's arranged for this year. In fact, last year, that was what happened. This year, that's what's going to happen. Our exams are usually on weekends, so you will do that over weekends. So please take note of that. Thank you very much. Nana?
Sorry. So would the school help us with some data?
Sorry, no. We are sorry. That conversation is settled. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nana iPhone.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, Nana. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Please, I just want to find out if the school will give us internet.
No, I just said that. That was Gamale's question. The university isn't giving you data. The university would however, we do not have a problem if anybody wants to drive onto the university campus and have their lectures online, sit somewhere, connect to the UG Wi-Fi and have a lecture. We don't have a problem with that, except that we would not have you in a lecture hall. But the university is not providing you with internet. Thank you.
Thank you.
MJ.
Yes, Prof. Good evening.
Good evening, MJ.
Yes, please, I have two questions. The first one is, I just tried logging into the Sakai, but I have registered my courses, but I was not able to. It says invalid login. So I'd like to know if it's a general problem or there's something
Have you registered? You say you have registered your courses already.
Yes, I have. I have registered my courses.
But on Sakai, it says invalid login.
Yes.
Okay. Alaji, what could be the problem? Okay. So Alaji is trying to find out how long it's been since you registered. But this is what I would say. Sakai is you will definitely get a problem resolved. We often have found a few people get invalid login. Sometimes try again. Other times try to use a different browser. I found out that sometimes the browser you use also creates problems. But otherwise, that will be resolved. You will definitely have your problems resolved. Okay. So if you have registered, normally you should go through, but otherwise, if you don't have it, please fill the form, send it out, and then we will try and resolve the problem. Thank you very much. And Frimpoma, Linda.
Good evening, Prof.
Yes, good evening, Linda.
Yeah. Please, my first question is, I've not been able to access my UG mail upon following the process. And the second question is, I want to know, since lectures are going to be online throughout, whether fees will be reduced.
What will be fees? Fees will be reduced.
Yes, this is going to be online throughout.
Is it your anticipation that quality will be lower, or that you are not getting what you get?
Oh yes.
Linda, the reality is that I told you we did it before. We actually found out that students save more, students learn more, students get the best of experience online. And so the university spends actually more on online teaching and learning than it does on normal teaching. So, and this is global. I have been involved in a number of meetings across the world on higher education. And I've probably found just about one school or so that revised their fees across the world. Fees haven't been revised, even though programs have been moved online. We are not giving you any less quality. We are not giving you any less experience. So unfortunately, the university's position is that fees will not be reduced.
Oh, okay. And my first question, I wasn't able to access my UG mail.
So UG mail.
Yes, please.
What feedback do you get when you attempt?
I didn't get any feedback. I don't remember at all.
Okay. Please, so can you try it again? Let's see what feedback you get, and then because sometimes it's, or just complete the form. My team says you should fill the form, send it, and then they will help you to resolve it. Okay. Thank you. Sechi Tete, Bright Sechi Tete. Hello, Techi.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yes, please proceed.
Yes, okay. So my question has to do with the course selection. I think when before we registered, we went through the courses we're supposed to do, and a mail was sent for the course selection, and we realized that there was no elective for the first year courses. So we wanted to find out if that was it for the MPhil MIS.
Okay, so I don't have all of the details, but the reality is that first years hardly have electives. First years.
Okay, because according to the curriculum.
Yeah.
According to the curriculum, we had 7 course and then some other electives that were available.
So
but whilst registering,
you do if you do 7, you are already doing 28. Is it 21? You can't do more than 21. In fact, we don't even allow you to do 21 under a lot of circumstances. You do only 18. So you do 6 courses, 15 credits or 18 credit maximum. We don't let you get up to 21. So for MPhil students, as I said, and for all of us, the first year courses are very standard courses. So Auntie Selena, please make sure we can send all the courses, get the coordinator, send all the courses that they are supposed to register. Typically, it's on the internet. You did. It's online. Can you project that? Can you project that? Bright. What program are you on? You are MPhil, right? You did this EMBA program. So I've just been told that this information has been updated on our website. Gabby took you through the website. Can you go to the website? You see courses according to the various programs. You click on your program, it will open the courses that you're supposed to register. You will find it there. Yeah, thank you. Play around with our website. You will see a lot of very exciting things. Thank you. Stephanie. Hi, Steph. Hi, Steph.
Hello?
Yes, she is. Yes, please.
Yes, okay. So I had a couple of questions. I think you've answered some of them.
for the email activation. When I try activating it, it says account doesn't exist. So it seems like I'm not in the system yet. So for that one, you said I should fill the Google
form,
Forms, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Please,
so
yes.
I'm on that. And where should I send it to, please?
There's an indication, the email you send. Oh, sorry, it's Google Form. So when you get to the end, you click submit. It gets to
submit. Okay, all right, then that's fine.
Thank
So for the course registration also,
yes,
I first of all checked the online website to know the number of courses I'll be offering for this first semester, and I saw 4 of them. I'm offering a EMBA finance. So I saw 4 of them there, but when I was registering the courses, I saw 5 courses, all under the EMBA finance. So I was lost as to whether to register for all 5 or not. And there wasn't any kind of information there to show that this course is not actually supposed to be part of yours. So I actually registered for all of them, but I'm still not sure whether I'm supposed to do all 5. So that's another issue on the courses.
Yeah, the courses, as I said, please always be slightly careful. For example, when you open the information on the website that has the courses, there are footnotes that guide you. So when you read the footnotes, you would understand what you should not do. Oftentimes we focus only on the courses rather than the explanation. So Steph, if you can go back there and check. Otherwise, it should be possible for us to fix this if you send us a complaint, right? Yes, but the website has, when you go to the website, you click on EMBA, there are different, EMBA programs, and the courses to register are there. There will be footnotes explaining what you should or should not do when you have to register semester by semester. Yes. Please.
Okay, so in this case that I have registered all the 5 courses, I can still cancel one, right?
It's okay. It's not a problem at all. You can always cancel, but be careful. You don't be in a hurry to cancel. Okay. Steph. Okay. Don't be in a hurry to cancel, because if you drop a course, you cannot add it again. The administrators will have to do that for you. So be careful to drop anything now. You have up to the add and drop period to be able to add or drop a course. So don't be in a hurry. Take time so that you don't drop a course, because if you take it out, you cannot add it yourself again. It has to be done for you by an administrator. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. So just a few more.
My administrator just says that just so we are able to track your challenge, you could also fill a form so that they would follow it up for you.
Okay, so I'll do that. So just a confirmation on the Sakai onboarding. We are not supposed to do anything there, right? It's the lecturers that are supposed to upload their stuff and all that.
Absolutely, the lecturer. So in my case, I go to my Sakai, put all my courses, and usually in my my topics, usually I do that week by week, depending on the lecturer. I do that week by week. So the week you have the slides, you have the reading material, you have all of the things. If there are videos I want you to watch, I'll upload all of them in the weekly folder. Other lecturers will put it all together in a folder. You open the folder and all the information is there. So you just need to do that course by course, and you should be fine.
Okay, so just
the only time, let me just add that the only time you'll be required to do something is when you are submitting an assignment. Then you need to go to assignment submission and then you upload your assignment. And when you do that, be careful what file you pick, because we have had people submit wrong files and they get trouble with their lecturers.
Okay. All right. Sorry, just 2 more, then I'm done.
So 2 more. We have 45.
So one is just a confirmation whether the library is available on weekends. That's it.
So the librarian says that you have your library online. You can access the information using that. But our libraries are open now. Now our libraries are open. Do the libraries come weekend? Okay, so our libraries are open weekend, I'm told. So you can.
Okay. Okay. So last one on the academic calendar. No, this one is a quick one. This one is actually a quick one. All my questions have been answered. I had a lot of them, but most of them have been answered.
Are you a politician? You.
So I have the last one, which is on the academic calendar. So the academic calendar on the website is a bit high level. I was wondering when the detailed one will come out.
What do you mean by high level?
So you said we are starting lectures on Monday.
Yes.
Yes. So those of us in the
what you need to know about the academic calendar has when school reopens and registration starts, when registration ends, when add and drop is, when teaching starts, when exam teaching ends, when the revision is, when exam is, and all of that. We have all of that piece of information on the academic calendar. So if you pick your calendar for first semester, you will see all of these with specific dates.
Okay,
So
but it doesn't say it doesn't say when the lectures will start, as in time, especially for evening students. Okay, this time, this is where when it's starting.
Tomorrow, I told you we have another orientation. A lot more information will come on Friday. We have a lot more information will come.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Hey, when you come to school, come and see me. You are in trouble. Galaxy M11. Yeah. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, can I make a special appeal? The appeal is that we probably will be able to take 5 more questions. For the rest of you, kindly go into the chat room and type your questions, include your name and telephone number if you want us to get back to you. And then we would collect all of that, and the team will work on and get back to you. But most important, I see that registration is trending. So if your problem is registration, go fill the form. If your email is the issue, go and fill the form. If your Sakai is the problem, go and fill the form. If you have any other special problem, also fill the form and let us know. The team is set up in our, we call it the executive hall, and they are working 24/7 to try and resolve some of the problems that they can resolve. And then they'll pass on the rest that they cannot to their respective places that can be resolved. It's been a long one. So let me take the last 5 people, and then the rest of you, pardon me. And because I'm not getting to take your questions, when COVID is over and you come to my office and come and take a chocolate. Thank you very much. So I'll take Galaxy 11. Please go ahead.
Good evening to everybody.
Good evening.
Please, my name is Amadou Salas, MSO Finance. I want to know if the
yes, go ahead.
Timetable is out for the MSO Finance. The timetable for the various, when the various lectures will be held and all that. That is the first one. The second question, I'm finding it difficult. How complicated is it that kindergarten children are being assembled to have lecture classes, senior high school, junior high school, and university graduates? How big are our class size that we can come together and have the lectures? That's my worry. And in your opinion, is this form of teaching and learning going to help us in the acquisition of knowledge? Yeah, thank you.
Well, I guess that let me say that you are a 22nd century student. I am a professor of the University of Ghana Business School. I teach in the University of Manchester every year. I fly there to go and teach. Because of COVID, the students were scattered all across the world. Nobody was traveling. I taught 6 courses to these students across the world. The students didn't get anything less than what I would have taught them if they were in a class grouped together. I agree with you when you talk about the other side of academic, which is that, well, you'll be able to make friends, you'll be able to, and all of that. But under the circumstance that we have, we've been instructed by government to operate within certain rules. I have 11,000 students in the University of Ghana. Sorry, in the business school. In the business school, I handled 11,000 students. There are over 8,000 students that I deal with just in the business school. I am not sure that it will be anybody's argument. Just level 100 people are around here. The undergrad people are here to register and all of that. if you see the pressure on campus, I think that we are better off erring on the side of caution than wanting to stick to what we have known all along. If you have read this book, Who Moved My Cheese? If you haven't read it, please get a copy of it and read it.
I've read
Is
it.
the only great.
I've read that particular book.
Sure, great. Changes is the only thing that doesn't so please let's see what this offers. As I told you, we did this before. Our sandwich students, when we were starting, most of them have had arguments stronger than what you just put up. By the time that we were halfway through, students called me personally to say, Dean, never bring us back on campus. We want to remain online. Students have fought us not to bring them back to campus. They want to remain online. So MPhil is 2 years. If you are lucky and COVID is over, your second year, you'll be on campus. And so please, let's bear with us now because we are dealing with a global pandemic. Thank you. Felicia. Hello, Felicia, are you there? Felicia, please unmute yourself.
Please, can you hear me now?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'm Felicia Pepra, MBA HRM. Okay. My question is about the school fees. I want to ask about the 60%. Is it on the year school fees? That is the 16,000 something is, or is on the semester one? I want clarification with that one.
Okay, so Felicia, we are a very responsive and caring university and a business school. So what we do is that because our special program fees are high, we entreat students to deal with them semester by semester. So we require that you pay all your fees at the beginning of the semester before you start. If for any reason you have paid 60%, you are still able to register. But our requirement, and we are accepting that because we know that this is COVID, there are challenges, people have lost jobs, things are hard. So if you have paid your 60%, if you are enabled to register, and then you have to finish paying before exam, because if you do not, you would be blinded out of exam. So please, that's what it's on the semester. Next semester, we will deal with it, and we deal with you semester by semester. This one, it is called thought. Why?
So please, please, so the 60% is on the semester fees, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Thank you.
8410. It's 8410. Thank you. Xavier, hi there. And I'll take Xavier and then I'll end it. Please forgive us. As I said, for the rest of you, quickly send me a chat in the chat room. And then you can reserve your question on Friday when we have the real orientation. You can ask your question. Xavier, you are the last one, so go ahead.
I'm here. Can you hear me, please?
Xavier.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead, Xavier.
Okay, I asked a question about how to activate my student email because I didn't hear any of the IT personnel talking about that. And also, I just logged onto Sakai, and then they are saying that it's invalid.
Okay. So there are a number of things that usually happen on Sakai. For example, if you are not registered yet,
I have registered all my courses.
Okay, so then there's a problem. Fill the form for us. Let the team follow it up with you.
Okay, please, where is the form?
There's a Google form. It's online. Go to the University of Ghana website. You go to ugbs.ug.edu.gh. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And that platform, let me just leave that as my closing remarks for you. The UGBS website has a lot of information. This is your school. You'll be here for 1 year, for 2 years. Cultivate the habit of, frequently visiting the website to see what we have. We usually would, make a lot of announcements on that website. There are a lot of news items happening. There are developments in the school. Lecturers are getting promoted and selected. Students are accomplishing big things. We are celebrating our alumni and all of that. You will get a lot of information on the website, and it keeps you in contact with the community that you have come into. Don't stay away. Be on that, and then you get a lot. When you go there, you scroll down, you see all of the links, including our international programs, including Sakai, including all of the things, the timetable, everything that you want here. So please be there and try to update yourself. It may help you not to ask a question after all, because you may have information. There are also frequently asked questions that the team has put up. And then your email address is, you should activate, giving you some steps. If you have gone through the steps and you still cannot do that, fill the form for us on the university website. Google form, submit it when you are done, and then we'll be able to address your challenges for you. Take time, please. For most of you, your email, even your admission letter, you haven't read it from beginning to end. Please take time, read your admission letter from beginning to end. Read every word. And make sure that it helps to resolve a few of the issues that we have. Now that you have signed up to this, you would be intoxicated with reading. So you better start it now, first by reading your admission letter. I thank you very much for the evening. We will meet again on Friday for the orientation. Make time to attend, and we are happy to have you. Thank you very much, and enjoy your evening.
Yeah.